David continues his meditation on God's character. How excellent is thy loving kindness, O God! Therefore the children of men put their trust under the shadow of thy wings. Psalm 36:7. The word excellent means precious or valuable. God's loving kindness surpasses all earthly treasures. The phrase, the children of men, refers to all of humanity. God's mercy extends to everyone who seeks refuge in him. The image, under the shadow of thy wings, draws from nature. A mother bird spreads her wings over her young to protect them. God shelters his people in the same way. The phrase shows safety, protection, and nearness. Those who trust God find refuge close to him. They hide beneath his protective care. Verse 8 expands this theme. They shall be abundantly satisfied with the fatness of thy house, and thou shalt make them drink of the river of thy pleasures. Psalm 36, verse 8. The phrase, abundantly satisfied, speaks of complete fulfillment. The word fatness refers to the richest portions of sacrificial meals. In the tabernacle and the temple, worshippers ate from the peace offerings. They enjoyed fellowship with God through these sacred meals. God provided spiritual nourishment that satisfies. The phrase, the river of thy pleasures, uses water imagery. Rivers bring life to dry land. They provide refreshment and sustenance. God's pleasures are not fleeting or empty. They satisfy the soul. The phrase, thou shalt make them drink, shows God's active role. He gives this refreshment. He provides these pleasures. Believers don't earn them or discover them through their own efforts. God makes them drink. Verse 9 concludes this section. For with thee is the fountain of life. In thy light shall we see light. Psalm 36, verse 9. The phrase, the fountain of life, identifies God as the source of all life, a fountain that flows and doesn't run dry. God supplies life without ceasing. Physical life, spiritual life, and eternal life all originate with him. The phrase, with thee, emphasizes location. Life exists where God dwells. The phrase, in thy light shall we see light, uses another image. Light represents truth, understanding, and revelation. God illuminates spiritual realities. Without his light, people stumble in darkness. With his light, they perceive truth. The repetition of light emphasizes this truth. God's light enables people to see more light. His revelation leads to greater understanding. These verses describe what God provides for those who trust him. They find refuge under his wings. Those who trust in the Lord receive abundant satisfaction from his house. They drink from the river of his pleasures and discover the fountain of life. The tabernacle in the wilderness illustrates these truths. God commanded Moses to build a dwelling place. And let them make me a sanctuary, that I may dwell among them. Exodus 25:8. The tabernacle showed God's loving kindness. He dwelt with his people. Israel found refuge under the shadow of his wings. The cloud by day and the fire by night protected them. The priests and Levites ate from the sacrifices. And the priest shall burn the fat upon the altar, but the breast shall be Aaron's and his sons. Leviticus 7:31. They were satisfied with the fatness of God's house. The altar, the lampstand, and the ark all pointed to spiritual realities. God made his people drink from the river of his pleasures through worship and fellowship. The pillar of fire provided light in the darkness, and the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, to go by day and night. Exodus 13:21. In God's light, they saw the way. His presence illuminated their path. Elijah's experience at Mount Horeb provides another illustration. After fleeing from Jezebel, the prophet despaired of life. Then the angel of the Lord came to him with food and water. And he arose, and did eat and drink, and went in the strength of that meat 40 days and 40 nights unto Horeb, the mount of God. 1 Kings 19:8. God satisfied his servant. He made him drink from the river of his pleasures. On the mountain, God revealed himself in the still small voice. In God's light, Elijah saw light. He received new direction and purpose. These verses show God's generous provision for his people. He gives refuge, satisfaction, refreshment, life, and light. All these blessings flow from his excellent character. The Lord's loving kindness is excellent. His mercy fills the heavens, and his faithfulness reaches unto the clouds.